Hey, have you ever been in a relationship and had a very interesting breakup? Have you ever walked into a relationship thinking you are in it for life and then something happens very crazy, a tragedy happens and you need to leave the relationship? How did that go?
Yes, and I think today we are not even going to expound much because somebody has joined us.
Today we have
Yay!
Listen, guys, I want you to ask her to sing because her voice.
Karibu sana.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Are you a breakup expert or what?
How are you doing with your heart?
Oh my goodness, I haven't yet qualified to be an expert, but very soon. Hey, because in Nairobi,
Streets are good.
Miss Kenya, the streets are dirty, and I think I've experienced all the dirt.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, my name is DamarisKimani. I'm a music minister, and apart from that, I wear a lot of hats. A lot.
Them.
Yeah. 1 minute I'm a CEO. The second minute I'm an event organizer. The third minute
She's crying because of a breakup, you know. This girl has gone through the most. And karibu sana, Damaris.
Asanteni, are you ready for me?
We are ready for you, and we just want you to take us straight into this one relationship that you had, and you thought you were in it, and that was it, and then things just happened. So take us through how everything good happened until Maluka achishwa the thing.
Naomba ninywe kopo la juice kwanza. Unaitwa kopo la juice ama ni
Piga.
Mswahili? Tutaitaje?
Hebu
Lakini
ingia.
hata wakati yenye unapiga hiyo kopo la juice, unafaa tueleze just like take us through how many hearts have you broken?
Right, that's a good
How many hearts have you broken? Number 2, how many relationships have you been? Because ni kama
How old are you?
how old are you?
Where are you?
Guys.
When did you start dating?
My potential
Okay, we are
is
just
really
giving you a
like a
summary of
trauma.
the questions.
Okay.
That-
Msinipeleke mbio, guys. Have I ever broken a heart? Well, I think one.
Okay.
And I have a reason. I don't know if it's valid, yeah? So, I think this was like my first boyfriend after I finished high school. So we dated with this guy. I don't know. I don't think so it was long. I don't think so it even lasted an year. But the problem with this relationship was that this guy had a kid in his previous relationship, but I was not aware. So there's this thing that happens with ladies. I don't know. Kama ni wote. Let me say some ladies. If you have broken up with a lady and you happen to have a child, to have a kid with them, na mkamalizana, by the way, kakwa, you move on with your life, I move on with my life, the lady even goes ahead and move on with their life. The ladies, I think they don't really let go, especially if a kid is involved. So when this lady learned afterwards that the guy moved on and he's dwelling in his relationship, she decided to look for me. Got my number, and let me tell you, me one day naamka tu nikapata vitisho left, right, center, all this and that and that. So that's how I learned that this guy,
there was a baby involved.
you know, they had a previous relationship, things never worked, but there was a baby, and I was like, yo, for me, one of the things I said, sorry, that's me. For some people it works, but for me, I was like, I can never have a relationship with someone who has a kid or had a kid in their previous relationship, because I know that baby mama drama, it's never that easy. So nikakwa like, I am sorry, but this guy had really loved me. He was like, hey, nimepata the love of my life after a long time. But yani, he really tried to beg, he really tried to make the relationship work. But for me, I was nearly switch off completely. Like I was done.
That was my question.
So, yeah.
Do you feel like you didn't want that relationship to go on because of lack of transparency? Or for you, one thing that you can't compromise in is having to date someone who's had a baby before?
Well,
Why did you leave?
That's a very good question. Number one was lack of transparency, because you see, me, I hate this statement, and I think nilianza kuhate your statement from that relationship, that statement of I was waiting for the right time.
Okay.
For me, there's never a right time. My friend, if even the situation iko, just tell me. Because itakuwa so sad or things will turn out to be ugly if I happen to find out myself and then you tell me, oops, I was waiting for the right time. But then guys, you can even comment down below. When is only yani men, when is the right time?
Tell us guys.
When is the right time? Because that even makes things worse.
Yes.
You better tukiwa tu kwa the introduction part of it, just tell me so that you also learn on my side. Like if I take it, I take it. Ukange tu kijua, dem by the way, haezi stand. Yes, she's okay, she's not okay. Otherwise, if you weka it under the carpet, alafu I come to learn about it baadaye, things never turn out vizuri. So inakuwa ni loss both sides. Yeah, so that is one, transparency. And the second thing is you too. Mimi, one of my tunasemanga zinaitwaje? One of my deal breakers is, hey, I found out you have a child. Thanks a lot. Peace be with you, my brother. It was nice. It's like, don't want drama.
You can be a drama. You can be the drama.
Not even really, but let me tell you, honestly speaking, if you ask some of these people in your corner, watoto inje, especially if it's on the man's side, you see, if, for instance, let me use this example so that people can understand better what I'm talking about. So Patsy umekuja, you're katiaing, you're pursuing CY. You come and learn that CY has a kid outside. For them, the baby daddy, most of them, they are very mature if CY decides to move on with their life. For them, what they focus so much is, me so long as mtwe wangu anakula, anavaa, analala vizuri. But if it was vice versa, and the ex wako wakuja realize, oh, Patsy may move on. Na mtoto, in fact, we ladies, we happen to use the kid kama weapon yaku, you know, because hautakuwa unapata amani. So mimi ndo nitakuwa nasumbuka. Utapata anytime I want to have time with you, that baby mama keeps on calling, oh, the child this, oh, the child that, because they know I will get you. Neza kosa kukupata with anything else. But if I tell you the child is sick, the child wants this, the child wants that, you will rush very fast. You get. So for me, itakuwa.
Now let me ask, and I don't want to dwell into that because I feel it is more of a personal character. Exactly. Because there are people that have managed.
They have boundaries.
There are people that have created boundaries, and if that is what you are like, these are my reservations, it is okay. It's still okay. But now, my question is, you said you've only broken one heart. But my question is, in this journey of relationship that you've been, what are you looking in a man? Because if you've broken one heart and so many people have broken your heart, how many are there?
Hey!
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I would say, okay, sorry.
Oh my God.
10. Between 5 to 10?
Yeah, let's between 5 to 10.
Between 5 to 10. What are you looking in these men? Because do they all have kids?
Not really.
What are you looking in a man? Because I don't understand how you can't settle for one.
Well, again, that's a very good question, but I don't think so. I would love to put it in public exactly what I'm looking for, man. And this is the reason as to why. You see, we have a lot of men and women outside here who are actors. And for instance, now if I was to sit on a date with a man and they're like, oh, by the way, so what are your traits in a man? What are you looking for in a man? So for instance, if I say, I want a man who is loving, I want a man who is kind, a man who is a provider, a man who is a leader, a man who is a... You see, in their head, if they're not a leader, they'll be like, I want to get this lady. So your leader, I will put my A game up on. Me, I am not a provider. By then in a struggle when it comes to providing. That one, I will also try and act up so that I can get to this lady. Like that happens a lot. Because that's why you find out that ukiingia kwa relationship in the next 1, 2, 3 months, this person in the introduction part of it, they were what you desired. And maybe it's because you had that conversation. But afterwards, their true colors, you know, their true colors now, the reality now hits you. You go like, wait, but this guy is not kind. So they were just acting up in the first, second month. Why? Because again, if I was to ask, why do people change in relationships? It's because at first they were trying to get to that lady, to get to that guy by acting up what they weren't. And you see, you cannot fake for a long time. Reality, it'll show up to in one way or another. So for me, I usually natakanga iyo what I want in a man equal to a covenant yangu na God. If I see, I will definitely know this is the person, this is the guy. You know, and kama venye wanaume wanasemanga, I saw that woman the first day and I knew that person, that lady was going to be my wife. I saw that guy and immediately, yani after 20 minutes, whatever I saw, because that time you're in your elements, you're not faking, you're not, you know, ni kama venye unaweza kuwa una pursue dem ama boy, unamonanga tu but you're not making any moves, but everything they're doing, una feel in a tick box yako. But once you have that conversation with that person, they'll be like, mi kama sipendangi kufua, mi imagine yo mwezi moja nitakufulia ndio niingie box yako ama ndio nikubali. But immediately after that, reality now hits in. Oh my God, kumbe msichana atakuangi msafi. Kumbe nini. Yeah, I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. And also, maybe before CY jumps in, now we just want you to take us through your worst breakup that you've ever experienced that has, like, I don't know whether you've healed or you are still struggling to heal, but among these 10 men in Jerusalem,
Crazy.
They're not really 10, but
oh, there are more.
No, they are lesser.
Oh, they are lesser.
Yes.
But between 5 to 10?
I think 4, 5.
4, 5.
Yes.
Okay, let's go with 5.
Yes.
Yeah. So this array of 5 men. What is your worst breakup that you've ever had, and how did it affect your future relationship? Yeah.
Kama mkurugenzi tutoke 2025 tuendeni mpaka 2019 2019 here we are.
Yeah.
So about my heartbreak, this, by the way, I think it's the worst. Yeah, that was like the worst. So back in 2019, I met this guy by the name XX, and when I met this guy, let me tell you, the first 2 months, unazitanga honeymoon, whatever, in a relationship. Oh my God. He was loving, he was adorable, he was caring, he was everything that I desired in a man. And I remember how he actually captured my heart. One thing I would say that really captured my heart about him, I remember that time I was working on an event because I am a CEO in a NGO that's known as Most Loved Initiative. And I remember when I was posting, I was doing my preparations. This guy was so into that event. He was like, how can I come through? This guy was sending money. He was doing everything like that I needed. You know, he was really present in terms of support and everything. And I was like, this dude. So at that point, hakuwa amefika hiyo nini ya kunikatia, but I was like, who is this man of God? Who is this great and amazing guy? You know? But yeah, so afterwards, he finally put up his interest, and I was like, well, we can give it a try. So this guy traveled, akaenda Maju, he got a job working with a certain company. He was doing interior design. And now after he was there, I remember we were talking like on a daily basis. Now it became a long distance relationship. We were talking like on a daily basis. Video calling, voice, yani it was everything. Let me tell you. You know, us women, when we love with, you know, from our head to toe. We don't leave any organ behind. You know? So I got into this relationship, started off well, and let me tell you, I was seeing a future with this guy, and the energies were matching. It was the same, like haikuwa mmoja ako nje mwingine ako huku. So I remember it now came a point whereby I now introduced the guy to my mom. My mom is like a very good friend of mine, so anytime I was seeing someone, I was like, hey mom, but I'm seeing this guy, this and this, blah blah blah. Like nilikuwa nataka saa zingine nawajua. So this guy, remember, once I introduced him to my mom, my family, and it was just this sweet, amazing relationship. So ikafika mahali, I don't know what's wrong with my Julys, baby. I don't know what's wrong with my Julys.
Just drink something because
if we talk about it that way, it happens. So this Julys will be amazing.
Oh yes. Because again, July is my birthday month, but hapo ndio ni kama relationship zangu zinagonganga mwamba. You know? Yeah, so now we started dating officially. The guy was introducing me to almost everyone on the other side. Kwenye alikuwa,
he's doing every right thing.
I'm telling you, like he was doing what a man is supposed to do. So ikafika mahali that July, now my birthday is usually on 31st July, yeah? So my friend hapo Nduta, my friend Nduta with the other friend of mine, hiyo wakati nikawa introduced. Like it was, hey, we were like, Dama, we are so happy, we are so proud of you and stuff. But now it reached a point whereby this guy from nowhere akaanza tu kuniambia, oh, I'm depressed. I'm not okay mentally, kuna kitu inanisumbua. Mind you, before, every time like he would have something that's bothering him, maybe it's at work or at home, like he would give me a call, tell me that this and this is what I'm thinking, this and this is what I'm experiencing. Dama, Minister Dama, we'll pray for this guy. Oh, close your eyes, let us call the heavens, you know? Hey, and then this time ikafika. So this guy, I'm like, okay, so what's bothering you? The guy's like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. Just give me time. We'll talk about it when the time is right. I'm like, kwani what is this? Yenye nimemsumbua hivi sana mpaka hataki kuiongelea sahi. And so I remember, like, I even shared with my mom, I was like, nani is not well, and I think it has really taken a toll on him. Like, we really need to pray for him, because nowadays he's not even calling, like he wants that space. He's not communicating, he wants that space. Hey, me afterwards, later, ndio nilikuja kulala, my mom was like, hey, I even prayed and fasted for that guy. I'm like, devil, whatever is bothering that guy, shindo shetani kwenda, you know. So, hey, this guy, before we even get to like the heartbreak, let me tell you, we women, if we decide to support a man in whatever they do, you will think we were married.
What did you buy? Because I'm really interested to know. Apart from cooking chapati, apart from going to do laundry, apart from calling the heavens, what did you buy?
I didn't buy anything. But you see, this guy, number one, was not a social media person. Okay. So whatever he was doing, whatever work he was doing, was like, hey, your work is supposed to be out there. You need to have this account which looks presentable, mini. So I was like, I'm going to help you open an Instagram account. I'll even help you manage it. It's not hard. Since you're not used to it, like you'll just be sending me photos when you're on that side. I post it for you with captions, mini, and everything. We even started and it was doing so well. I remember before, tusifike kwa heartbreak kwanza. So hapa in between kwa hii sweet relationship ya Dama and this guy. So this guy's like, hey, by the way, I've come here and the business is doing so good, because this guy used to send money like many times, yeah. Mm-hmm. So akakuwa like, by the way, I want us to think of business ideas. Me, that's how I came to learn about Airbnbs, by the way, through him. That's how he introduced me to Airbnbs. Yeah. So we were like, we don't even focus with Nairobi. Let us focus with Naivasha. You see, when tourists come, when these foreign people come, they go to like places like Mombasa, houses there that are a bit affordable. So when we rent, let me tell you. Yeah. So me and my brother, we are like having a virtual meeting, with this guy. We are planning. I had that book whereby I was writing Airbnb. Since he knew that I was in the entertainment industry, he was like, I think we need to start an events company where we're offering photography services. Maybe that's a good idea. What do we need? Hey, I wrote like a whole page of the business ideas that this guy had, and you know how you're going to implement it when he comes back and stuff. And now July came, the depression month. So this guy, he got worried. I don't know. It's just a thing with us ladies. Like you tell us, I need a break. I need what space? What break? Niko na wewe hapa tu hapa. You have to tell me what's bothering you. So this guy was like, apana, just give me some space. I'll talk about it. Nini. I'm like, okay. But every time I was like, okay, I'll just find myself texting the next day. The next hour, niko tu naangalia nini. I was so much attached, and then I was worried. I'm like, uko in a foreign country, niko huku. I don't know whether utakufa. Once when someone tells you I am depressed, and he's a man, So I remember, I bothered the him. So remember this time there's no calls, texting me once and stuff. So I remember I started talking to a friend of mine. I was like, hey, this guy, this and this is happening, and they've told me they're depressed. What do you think I should do? They've told me they want to take a break, they'll talk about it later. So I remember this friend of mine was like, hey, if a man tells you they want to take a break, just give them. Stop bothering them with, give them your space so that they can have it all in, and then they'll talk about it when they want to. So I think after that conversation with that lady, I was like, by the way, I think I actually need to give this guy that space. And I did. Let me tell you, I gave that guy that space July, August. I was like, no, my friend, Now, on September, I think that's when hell broke loose, yeah? So, Nico, wait a minute. But this guy, no an update. When you're depressed, I don't think so. They should be busy updating, life here and there. They're actually supposed to be in that closet. You're not supposed to look happy. You are depressed either way. So,
but it's hard to tell when someone is depressed.
Yeah. Because
the guys who come of age, then the guys are like, yeah.
No, we'll get there. You'll understand the depression this guy had, yeah?
Okay.
Msimpange. Ni mimi nawapangia yeye.
Peleke
So, tumetoka mara le. Tunaenda wapi?
Elwak.
Very nice.
Yes.
Haya. So after now the silence, nini and everything, I was like, hey, this guy is updating. So I sent him voice notes, not even a voice notes. I was like, hi, trying to send that ka sexy voice. Hi, is everything okay? How have you been? Nini, kuna improvement, nini. So this guy responded, and he was like, actually I have no improvement. As we speak right now, I'm actually on antidepressants. Hey, that was the first time I heard that term.
That's huge.
I was like, this guy's dying. This guy needs a psychiatrist. This guy is in a bad. And I remember I had his friend's contact. Walikuwa nafanya job na yuko. Very close friend of him. So I was like, this guy is even telling me he's taking antidepressants. But it's very serious. Now let me involve the friend. Hey,
like a good girl.
And
I am texting.
On this other side, even before you text this guy, on this other side, you are genuinely praying and fasting for your man.
Remember, my mom is fasting and praying. Myself, I am fasting. I'm praying. I haven't even fasted. I am just praying.
Now,
so you get to his friend. You're sorting out your relationship.
This one, and I don't know. Anyway, red flags. I don't know why we miss on those red flags, but we will get to that.
They're the favorite colors.
They are not. So I text this lady. I'm like, hey, so Nani is telling me he's not okay. He's depressed. Please, I want to send you to place Anaka. Please go check him. Check if he's okay. Check if he's doing well, so that tusipate too bad news. The lady was shocked. I was like, wait, who are you talking about?
Oh my goodness.
I'm talking about person XX. They're like, wait, I've been with him. The guy doesn't look depressed. The guy is okay. We are working. The guy is cheered up. I'm like, no. No, he's faking. He doesn't want you to know. The lady was like,
defending your man.
You know, I'm her friend. I know him very well. This guy is okay. And if he had anything that was bothering him, trust me, I will be the first person that he will talk to about. So I was like, no. Me, I remember Bishanaing this lady. Then I was like, this lady is too... macho yake imefungika, yeye haezi notice. Mi ndio najua. Mi najua. This guy is depressed. Ako huko. Mi ndio no, that's funny, you know.
Wow.
So let me tell you.
Obviously.
Now, on the 31st of July, this guy even...
your birthday.
Yes. So this guy even planned with my friend Luta, sent money. By the way, that was my first birthday surprise, actually. So sent Luta money. They did a very good job. And afterwards, I remember even that first, he texted me, was like, hey, happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, ni sawa, but hi, how is it? Please talk to me. Let me tell you guys, it was one Saturday morning. Social media manager, you know, every time when nikiamka nilikuwa naenda Instagram, amepost, ameandika, like, you know, you know, is everything okay?
Family business.
Then this particular Saturday morning, I wake up. Oh my God. And guess the first thing I come across on social media?
His picture.
Give it a guess, guys. His picture
with his girl.
Oh my God, exactly.
No, your birthday, wishing you a birthday. But that is beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, like that's beautiful.
I love how you're reasoning, guys. I love how you're reasoning.
But it was your birthday.
No, si tumeshatoka birthday.
Oh.
So this is one Saturday morning, one of those Saturdays.
After 2 months.
Huku tuko September sasa.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you guys. Well, you're correct. Ilikuwa picha yake, but hakuwa peke yake. Mtu wangu alikuwa na mtu wake. I don't know if that's the right.
That's exact. Wait,
let me tell you. Kwanza akaunti yenye mimi na madate. Hiyo ndio tunataka understand.
Nilifungua na wewe.
For family business. Okay.
Wacha kunipimu jina ni the most family business. Mimi nilikuwa na vision. Nilikuwa na maono. Let me tell you. This guy was with a lady in a joint huko, and this was their posture. Mkono zilikuwa huko karibu zishike ovaries. I don't know if that's the right word to say. I'm sorry guys. But you know, the intimacy nataka understand.
No, that's okay.
It was because they were under influence.
Okay.
Joined, so maybe they're all drunk.
And you?
For me, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Exactly. Me too. I didn't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that. In fact, I thought, maybe it's a colleague.
Yeah.
Again, I thought
how people relate.
Yeah.
Then we were liberal,
Kenyans for Kenyans. I thought, maybe it's just a sister.
Oh my.
Maybe it's just a friend. Dama, why are you overthinking?
This is a cousin that I've never introduced to you.
You know. And they just met Uko Mayolo. And, you know, they're like, let's take a picture, cousin. Kuzo.
Yeah.
But the hand was not suggesting that was a kuzo.
Kuzo.
You get my point? But again, after asking myself those many questions, the second question is, this guy's depressed. Why is a depressed man this comfortable with this lady, you know?
Maybe a therapist.
Let me tell you guys, before it hit me, I think I felt like I was having a conversation with someone in the room, like, Dama, this is what is happening, get it, stop, acha kufikiria, oh, it's a friend, it's a nini. This is what this guy has been doing all along. I'm like, no, I don't want to come in terms with reality. Yeah. And let me tell you, again, that never hit me that particular day. So I let it slide. The next day, nikamka na composition. I think that was the last time I ever wrote a composition. You see, when you ukikosana na mtu venye unaandika kama composition, una voice note madini, you know.
Kaskijema wanzia kupata.
So this guy, I texted him. This is how I started the conversation. I think there are so many ways there's always so many ways to catch a rat. Njia ni mingi sana za kufanya nini? Kushika panya. Nikaingia na nini ya pili nikamwambia, I think you would have just laid the table the way it is. Whatever you would have served me, I would have taken it the way it is. So if you are seeing another person, you would have just said it like, hey, I am sorry, I have started seeing another person, Majuli, niliona siwezi kaa bila mtu, and then nikasirike, nifanye kenye nitafanya, and we move on. So I wrote a whole paragraph, and this guy sent me like 20 messages. I am sorry, I am sorry, I am sorry. I don't know if you'll ever forgive me. I am sorry, with crying emojis. Those were the only messages he sent me. Again, I want you to understand, it has not hit me yet. We are not together. We are no longer like this guy, by the way. He's gone. Dama is gone. Nikikaji nikumbuke kitabu yangu. Footcap. Nimejaza biashara. Mimi sasa hivi ndio nakuja hapa, guys, I'm DamarisKimani, I'm an entrepreneur. I have a kwanza tulikuwa tumeita something group of companies. You know, it was a lot. It was a lot. Sons and daughters. By now I would have employed you.
Sons and daughters.
I would have employed you guys, you know. You would be under my command right now, you know. So it was a group of companies. So after that, time when you look at kuni hit, hey. Is when one morning I wake up, I'm going on Instagram and I'm not seeing the pictures. Nikakuwa, the audacity, account yenye nilikuwa na manage, he has even gone ahead and deleted all the photos. So by this time, me, I've never been blocked on Instagram, so I don't know how it looks like, I don't know, you know. So I tell my brother, I think I'm not seeing Nani's photos on Instagram. Ebu check using your account.
Chungulia.
My brother laughed. He was like, wait, but I'm seeing. He has even posted another photo here with this lady. I'm like, no. I think you're the wrong account. No, Dama, here is the menu you can see for yourself. I'm like, wait. By the way, my brother told me as plain as it was, by the way, this guy's blocked you. I'm like, no way. Account yenye mimi nilifungua. Account yenye mimi nilikuwa na manage. Umeni-block. The audacity. And so when I went now to run to WhatsApp, this guy went ahead and even blocked me on WhatsApp. Like, Dama, you know, kiss in each other. I don't have that energy. The dude blocked me everywhere. Now that is when that hit me.
It's gone.
Let me tell you guys, mimi sijai experience. You remember me, I've never experienced a breakup. That was the first one. Let me tell you guys, this time, you see the way you go to a committee, was chana uki HEARTBREAK, you end up a committee chama. Imagine this guy has done this and this to me. So I didn't tell anyone, I didn't even tell Nduta, I never called any of my friends to tell them what has happened. So what I did, and that's like how I relapsed, like went back to alcohol. I was like, I couldn't take it. By the way, it was bad.
It was bad.
The reality, oh my goodness, it was ugly, it was bad. The fact that I didn't share it with anyone, didn't even tell my mom, because at that point, it's only my brother who knew about the whole thing. So I remember, I think after a week, that's when I shared with my mom. So that's when my mom was like, nafenyo kijana nilifunga mpaka na maombi. So that's how I learned that my mom was actually praying and fasting for him. So I was like, wait, what? So you had taken a break even more. So this time, I'm going outside, meeting people, but I have this mask. This is the mask that I had. But when I was coming back at home, man, I felt like I was dealing with I don't know how many demons. You see the way you sit down like this, picha inakuja na kugonga hivi, mwingine anakupresent hiyo group of companies, mwingine anakupresent. I felt like I was having a conversations with I don't know how many people in that room, trying to take me back to, you know, how we were doing life, you know. Baka nilikuwa na hivi niko, lakini si tuliongea mpaka na beshte yake mwingine akisema yeye ndo atakuwa kwa one of the wanaume watakuja kuongea siku ya wazee. You know, those things. Yani, I couldn't
you
comprehend.
You didn't have apparent reasons in him before to be
No, imagine. Now that
bad, it was ugly.
Now let me tell you, that was another thing that was eating me up. I remember before, like I did away completely to a point of now healing where we come tutakuja hapo. Let me tell you, me, I was so broken to a point of me nataka closure. Lazima nimuone, lazima. And mind you, that December he was supposed to come home. Okay. Tulikuwa tumeplan venye tutaenda Naivasha vacation. A friend of mine had said, hata kuna hujamchukua Airbnb, hii nyumba yangu nitawasaidia, gari mtaweka mafuta. Yaani mi gari hata nitawaachia, mkitaka mwendo wapi, mi hata nitakuwa shofa wenu. Mimi ndio nitakuwa na they was so invested in that relationship. And so I'm hurting, and that's when I was like, no, I can't take this, baby. It's a lot. I can't sleep. By then I was not sleeping. So I was like, I need to sleep. So what do I do? Let me go back to alcohol. Nikaenda nikanunua vodka moja hapo maridadi. Not even gin, vodka. Ile nikikunywa hivi shots nazima na lala. Yeah. So that's how I survived during that moment. But again, did the alcohol solve my problems? No, it didn't. Ilikuwa tu inanisaidia kulala. The next morning, again, reality hits me. And so I remember a friend of mine, one of the friends realized, Dama, I think she's not okay. Why is it that lately we haven't heard about her talking about mtu flani? So one of them calls me very early in the morning. He's like, hey, Dama, are you okay? So nilishindwa kuhold, nikamwambia, hey, by the way, this and this has happened. The friend of mine just told me, please come to place flani, let's go take a drive right now. And that was the first time I vented. Me, I cried. I was like, how can this guy do this to me? This guy, mbona amenidanganya ako na depression, mbona aliniambia na take antidepressants, nini. So it was very hard for me to like come to terms with it. And I remember now after that, I took like a whole year. Yani nilikuwa naona mtu akinikatia na kasirika.
Oh, right. You had
trauma. Niko, huyu mtu mbona ananikatia? All men are the same. You know, all men are the same. And from that moment, that's when I realized, when you see someone, well, I know that is not the solution. But when you hear people, I commit suicide because of love, they did this because of love. Me kitambo, I used to judge. I was like, una commit kwani wewe ni mjinga aje? Until I was there. I was like, wait a minute, but this thing can really take a toll on you. You can even become crazy, and you change, you become someone else, someone who you really not are. So I remember after that, before like I healed, or before I completely got this guy like off my chest kabisa, ili take time, but ilikuwa nachukia wanaume. Mwanaume akiniambia can I take you out, I was like no, I'm not interested. Me ungekuja nikatie, nimeolewa, niko na mtoto. I remember there was this one guy who katiad me, nikamwambia niko na mtoto, akasema hiyo matiti inionyeshi, mpaka hiyo siku ndio nililan, kwani matiti ya mtu inionyeshi inakanga aje? So that's too much info. But so yeah, that's how I used to lie. So a friend of mine one day akaniambia, Dama, by the way, imagine that's how you lose your blessing. Ukiambia watu una date nini, that's how you miss someone who is good, you really need, you know. And when that friend of mine shared with me that statement, nikakuwa like, by the way, Dama, you have to now deal with this, you have to heal, you have to move on, and you know, hiyo imepita, wachana nayo. But still, I remember I was relapsing a lot of times. I was like, niangale kama block. I'm like, how can I reach this guy out so that I can just ask them, what did I do? What did I do? Why, like, mbona tu haukuniambia? Like, you see, because you end up judging yourself. You always unakanga uko like, by the way, ama shida ilikuwa ni nini, ama ni nini nilifanya, ama like it leaves you with a lot of question marks. And I think that point of wanting closure ndio inafanyanga mtu anakuwa kwa hiyo kakunia. You're not able to move on. You're just there. Yeah. So yeah, basically that's what happened.
Now let me ask. Did you ever reach out to like this other friend of his?
The girl.
The lady.
The lady. After realizing what
she was actually talking about the truth.
Yeah, she was saying the truth. that time? Did you ever reach out?
Well, I didn't because I felt like they've all betrayed me. Because you see, this lady, I'm sure, if they are all there, of course, maybe alikuwa naona, hizo ni kitu alikuwa naona, and having in mind that, oh, this dude, but you are dating, so you have a lady back in Kenya, why are you doing this? Maybe they would have informed me in one way or another, especially for it to get to that point of him posting that picture. I felt like, you know, she was aware or maybe she wasn't. I really can't, but I never reached out. I was like, nyinyi kaeni huko na watu wenyu sitaki kusikia. So, yeah.
Yeah. And now that you are here, I don't know whether you've healed or you are still in the process of healing. You've talked about how that breakup has affected your relationship and how you are so dismissive about any other person that was coming along your way. Is it something that you're still holding on till this time? And if so, how is that one even affecting your, your relationship even with your family and friends, your perspective about men, do you love the way you are loving? If you are in a relationship right now, are you loving the way you used to love? Or you are 80, 20, 50?
Well, what I would say about that specific relationship, I healed from it. And actually, this is like the first time actually I'm sharing about it. I'm talking about it because then I remember when I was still in the process of healing, because you see, I also do content. So I was telling my friends, huyu jamaa nafaa kumexpose, huyu jamaa nitasema kuhusu nini. And I remember one of my friends telling me, "Bethe Dama, you really don't have to do that. That will look so stupid of you. But instead, allow yourself first to heal, because now you're talking from a point of being broken. Hii kitu ongelele hata after 5 years, after 6 years. And you see, saini kiongea, exactly. Saini kiongea na iongea kama one of those stories zenye tu unaweza piga na mtu and you're not really there. So even if I was to meet with him today, I'll be like, hey, lakini wewe kunifanyia poa, but haitakuwa mbona ulinifanyia hivyo, like why would, unajua, because I have now healed, like hata nikasahau na hiyo story. I am happy for him. Maybe I wasn't the person who like was chosen for him, and life moves on. I guess that's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of mistakes, because I learned, and I think ilinifungua pia akili, because you see, for me, despite like regretting, oh, I was in that relationship, now I'm regretting because I invested my life, I invested my heart, I invested my everything, and kila kitu I count it as loss. For me, it's always, what are some of the things that you learned? What are some
flags you raised?
What are the areas you need to improve on? Now come to the next relationship. What are the things that you can't take? What are those things that mtu akisema unafeel red flag, exit, So I think after that, another serious relationship yenye nilikuja kujinvolve, it was, I think in 2022, ama ilikuwa lini? I think 2022. But hiyo nayo again, it didn't end up well, so see you in part 2 about that story guys. Hiyo ni mimi. Oh, by the way, kwa hivyo ni mbili. Actually, nime heartbreakiana mara mbili guys, I've forgotten.
Kwa heartbreakiwa ama heartbreakiana?
Kwa heartbreakiana. Si niliwapea moja. Nimekumbuka hiyo nyingine.
Will heartbreak msee?
So hata pia umesahau the number, like this number is not 5.
No, sikuwa nimekumbuka. This one is one of those fresh.
That's what I'm saying.
Give me your fresh.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. Like you can easily forget when you've been through a lot. Yeah. Even right now, even as you are laughing,
I'm also going through a lot, guys.
You need some therapy. You have been through a lot. The streets are crazy.
See me? And you want a beautiful, humble woman like me, please holler at these guys on their inbox, guys.
Thank you.
Anyways,
We'll put you in prayers.
Please do.
Yeah. And talking about prayers, by the way, guys, as the Meloist, we have Bed and Breakfast podcast that we are having a prayer hub.
Yeah.
And these are some of the issues that we just talk about and pray
together
as a whole, whether you are in a relationship or aspiring to be in a relationship, or you are married. Yes, just comment below, and then we will add you to this group so that we can pray together and have such kind of closure.
Yeah, and I think something that I've picked from you is at times you put a blind eye. You can already see the red flags, but now that you're so much invested in it, you don't want to leave. You're scared.
Yeah.
You are afraid of being alone also. And you're also afraid of what will this impact have on my family, the friends I talked to.
Mm-hmm.
The relationship was already out. Jesus knows there's a relationship here.
Yeah.
So I feel like at times we are always scared of having a genuine breakup because we fear the outcome. Yeah, as simple as that. Did you get anything?
Yeah, for me, I think mine just goes to like people who are going through the same heartbreak. Love hurts, especially the rejection part. Yeah, the rejection, when you're rejected.
Exactly.
People value love. People value love, and when you don't give out that love, it really hurts. It's something that we can not find a suitable words to like describe how that feeling looks like. But what I want just to encourage us is that it is not end of life. Again, you don't need to indulge, into, vodkas and all that, At the same time, even as you are going through that, there's always a better way.
Right.
And the better way is self-realization. And you just realize that, okay, even if I'm the one who is on the wrong or I'm the one who is hurt, life has just to
go on.
Yes, and you have to forgive yourself because you also don't want to go into another relationship and bleed on that other relationship. Yeah, so you don't really want that. So I'll just encourage us that, whenever you are going through such kind of a train, you don't want to be alone.
Exactly.
So just find a community, and that's why we are insisting on this prayer and community, and let's just come together and talk.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We are glad you are here with us today. You are such a wise woman, we always say. Thank you so much. Till next time, guys.
Yeah.
Peace. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.